Summarizing April 1st. It's another damn mukbang. When does this end? And again with the clickbait, is she starting a weight loss journey? I'm gonna say hell no. Her whole channel has been about gaining. It's over 13 minutes long. The pickled baby corn returns. It's McDonald's chicken nuggets and french fries. And a Diet Coke as usual. She says she will show both how she usually eats nuggets versus how she's gonna eat them for this video. Because that's super important to her, so of course it has to be important to everyone else. So how she usually eats nuggets is she eats just the breading, just the greasy, fatty carbohydrate. And she throws away the protein, the meat, the only somewhat healthy part. Oh, but for this video, she'll eat the whole thing. Says she has started to count calories even though she's not supposed to. It's not recommended. She's supposed to eat what she wants when she wants, to eat what she is craving so she doesn't binge on it later. So what she wanted for this mukbang was a 20-piece nugget, a large fry, and an Oreo McFlurry. She says that is not a binge for her. She says it is overeating, but she says most Americans eat. That's why portion sizes are crazy. So I guess because most Americans overeat, therefore Amber can overeat too. And it's not a binge. So that's what she craved, but then she thought about the calories and how that one meal would be her whole day's worth of calories. She then says she can't because it takes more food for her to feel full. She'll never lose weight without counting calories. So it's been so hard and confusing for her because she feels like this is all she talks about. But she says it's a big part of her life. Food being the biggest part of her life? Who saw that? So after yelling at her viewers last time about how she's gonna follow the professionals and do what the professionals are gonna tell her to do, she's disobeying those professionals here on at least two fronts. First, she is counting calories again. She said herself it's not recommended. Second is she did not order the food she says she was craving. There's no McFlurry there, and she says the fries are mediums. She then eats some nuggies while saying she loves a good nug. Her words. She eats just the fatty coating and puts the meat aside, and at about the 8-minute mark, you can see arms reflected in the picture behind her. Is she being watched while she eats, while using words like nuggie and nug? Isn't that interesting? Especially since that's when she switches to eating the nugs, just the fatty coating, after saying at the beginning she would eat the whole thing. There's also a lovely second of Kitty judging you face. Amber's still blathering. She has noticed doing mukbangs that she is a messy eater. She drops a nuggie and edits out how it is picked up. She asks if other people's ears ever ring, and if that means someone is thinking of you, and if you dream of someone, are they dreaming about you too? And if she gets the chills, she says someone walked over her grave in the future. Oh, so quirky. And there's more kitty cuteness. We also have some more telling him things. She apparently changed her name to Narcissistic Goddess on there. And this was also the time when Wifey was seen outside the apartment walking Twinkie. We know it's her both from Twinkie's presence and from the shoes, which were shown in an earlier Christmas video, as shown by both Kiwi Farms and Orko. Summarizing April 4th, it's yet another mukbang. Another 13 minutes of chewing and stuffing your face and calling it content. More fast food. It's KFC this time. She's getting a Diet Pepsi this time. Also, she normally hates Diet Dr. Pepper, but the Diet Dr. Pepper from McDonald's is a game changer. The baby corn is back. Amber says, not sponsored. It's a KFC chicken pot pie. It's so good. Mac and cheese, mashed potatoes and gravy, and a cookie. She thinks the individual side dish portions are perfect. She just has to show the oh-so-quirky way she eats pot pies. She takes the crust off, puts it aside, upside down of course. Says someone asked why she keeps saying so good over and over. It's because her food is so good. Like, what do you mean? Also, meat freaks her out. But the chicken in the pot pie does not freak her out. How convenient. And since she's eating before the food has cooled, she calls it hot to the tongue and laughs at her new Amberism. Says she eats takeout 1 to 3 times a day and knows it sounds excessive, but she says she counts even ordering a bubble tea by itself as ordering takeout. So, she's gonna do 30 days no takeout. She spends a lot on takeout. And she wants to start vlogging again. That'd be nice. She was at TJ Maxx, though, and thinking she should vlog it, but Backstreet Boys was playing and she didn't want to get copyrighted. But she wants to vlog again. Says she leaves the house upwards of 4 times a week and doesn't vlog it. She wanted to stop sharing so much of her life. She's trying to figure out where her line is between showing something and keeping something to herself. She then eats the pot pie crust with her hands. She ends with a child's cleaning up song. Apparently it's from Barney. And there's a few more telonyms.
Not bad. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up.
Summarizing April 7th. Oh, look, it's another mukbang. She did say mukbang's bringing the money, and she's trolling with that title. The number crunchers on Kiwi Farm say that her engagement is going up, so her trick is working. I'm sure some of them are feeders, although I'm pretty sure most feeders prefer different foods than this. And I'm also sure there are others watching who don't like all the eating on camera. But it doesn't matter. Either way, Amber gets paid. 2 plates here and her Diet Coke again. Cauliflower gnocchi, some diet version of onion rings, carrots, and her pickled corn. She says it is all good. Today, she says, is day 1 of no takeout. She's blathering about how takeout does not taste anywhere near as good as a home-cooked meal. So why does she like takeout so much? She says it's because she doesn't like cooking. Oh, so she's finally admitting she hates to cook. But this meal here tastes better than takeout to her. She says she would love it if some of her viewers did the no takeout challenge with her. Tell me, how many of you order takeout 1 to 3 times a day conservatively? She says she doesn't think she's gone 30 days with no takeout since she was 16. She was in a children's shelter at the time, and you don't order takeout in a children's shelter. She says she's gonna start vlogging again. Yeah, she said that last time. She's heard her viewers loud and clear that they want vlogs, not more eating on camera, this non-tent. Then she starts playing with her food, piling the gnocchi and onion rings on top of each other. Then she says we'll have a grand finale. Her grand finale is the last 3 onion rings and the last of the gnocchi, all shoved in at once. So good, so good. It looks like she didn't finish the carrots, though. Interesting. In other news, she's apparently making merch now. I got some screenshots of it from Kiwi Farms. Looks like she's investing just as much time and effort into this as she does with her videos. Summarizing April 9th. She says vlogs are back. This video was 8 minutes, just long enough for mid-roll ads. She opens with saying she wants to bring back vlogging and weight loss, says she feels stuck with her channel. Mukbangs do help her and they are not disappearing. Then takes her hair down and plays with it. This is the entire first minute of the vlog. This bodes well. She says she feels like she's letting some people down, but she doesn't know what to do with her channel. So she's just gonna vlog. So nothing's changed. Then she shows that she organized her fridge again, and a fridge tour again, because food is the most important thing to Amber. Food is all she thinks about. So food and food-related activities, like fridge tours, meal preps, etc., are all the first things she thinks about when she thinks about what to put in her vlogs. The big bottles at the top left, she says, are just water with water enhancers added. So she pre-makes those? Anyone else remembering the mason jars of water in the fridge and Eric and Ricky's, even though that fridge had a built-in water dispenser? Anyway, she calls the second shelf the snack drawer. So much for not snacking, but yeah, we've called out that lie before. There's a way too short rarity appearance. Aw, so cute. And then another pantry tour. She doesn't like how the pantry is built. She complains about the raised floor. I assume that raised floor is some sort of mechanical thing that the apartment needs. More rarity! She's asked if she wants a treat, and of course Twinkie also comes running. We see her give treats to her animals. Do I need new glasses? Or is there a huge crack that appears in one of those treat containers when she puts the lid back on? She says she is counting calories again, and she says she weighed in at 505.8. She merely says this. There is no weigh-in actually shown. So her title is clickbait again. She says her calories are limited at 1,600 and she's counting them on MyFitnessPal. She says she is exercising. She has a circuit where in each room of her apartment there's a different exercise she has to do. Yeah, I should exercise too. I got a bridesmaid's dress to fit into. Yep, so there's where all my time has been going. What is spare time? I don't know. Well, you might be over before I get this video posted. Anyway, she might show us her exercises someday. That might be amusing. I mean, remember Chantal's exercises? Bouncing on the ball. It's been storming, she says, and the power has been flickering, and she says Kentucky doesn't know how to handle rain. Like, ma'am. Okay? Yesterday, she said she went to Barnes & Noble and did a blind date with a book, where there are 3 facts about the book on the wrapping paper, and you pick your book based on that. She picked 2 books this way, and she shows them briefly. She also got some poetry book, and she shows them as well. She then talks about how she loves the covers of the poetry books. Is she literally judging books by their cover? Amusing. Surface Lynn returns. And the last minute, the entire minute, is silent text cards, saying she will vlog more, that no structure is the best structure, no rules, just her. A few nonsense questions like how is her outpatient going, and has she ordered takeout yet? She's trying to do a cliffhanger here in text cards. And then a full 30 seconds of the to be continued slide. Gotta hit that 8 minutes. Summarizing April 10th, Amber got drunk and did a live stream. Well, drunk for Amber. It was about 2 hours long. Apathetic Facts posted a highlight reel. Kiwi Farms mostly discussed how easy or difficult it would be for Amber to get drunk, both because of her size and because of how she tends to drink the soft stuff and only take the teeniest, tiniest sips. Amber opens by saying she is red because she has been drinking and crying. She's been having a depressed moment. She has a very Chantal cackle a few times, and she plugs in her phone while she's streaming on it just like Chantal. Kiwi Farms also ended up posting a list of who Amber seems to copy the most. Amber is also not wearing the heart necklace that is generally associated with the girlfriend. She says she doesn't feel loved. Anybody else thinking they had a fight and Amber's trying to manipulate here? Amber wants her merch to be basic beyond basic, no crazy colors or fonts. She likes to put water enhancers in the bottles and then put the bottle in the freezer like a low-calorie slushie. She doesn't seem that drunk here, which is probably what started Kiwi Farms trying to figure out how drunk she could possibly be, and the answer was not very drunk at all. She's here to get her shelf padded. She says she will wear her own merch soon. She's got to order it. There's a muted portion while she talks to someone off camera. The picture behind her is a topless woman, and Foodie Beauty went live, and Amber says Chantal should visit Kentucky and they should do a podcast. Much of this live consists of some basic Q&As with the chat. She says the famous Burger King mukbang where her eyes went weird. Amber says it was a joke. It was deliberate. No, of course. She still can't remember the word excoriation. She says she doesn't put effort into her videos because she's depressed, so there's the mementos. She likes dropping hints claiming she drank too much, her hands are numb. Rarity the cuteness makes an appearance. Amber says she is seeing a psychologist here, so I guess that's still going on. She also asks her following why she loses weight after drinking. And she keeps joking that she doesn't know if she is single or not. Again, trying to manipulate the girlfriend. Or she's imitating Chantal and the Nader thing. Apparently her peanuts are triggering, so she says she won't be buying them again. Let's keep an eye on that. She says she smoked weed around 17 or 18. She also often says she's hungry. At one point she said she wanted Taco Bell. Also, she doesn't like hickeys, but she loves the activity that leads to hickeys, so, okay. She's still hungry. She gets on her laptop, asks if she should cyber now. She says it was a sex toy holding up the plates, and she says she doesn't do open relationships. And when asked to not be shy and show below the chest, we get another Chantal cackle, and then Amber's, what do you mean? Then she points at her chest and says she used to have a hickey there. She flirts with someone called BBW King, and when told she looks bigger than ever, she pulls up videos about herself and her own videos to show how she looked in them versus how she looks now. She then shoves her laptop in front of the camera and basically drools over herself while swearing she is smaller now, and then she decides to do reactions to herself. She stalls a bit and pulls up someone named Shrooms, and now I know that channel. She says she doesn't lie, and she stopped the video or talked over it far too often to clown around or to justify herself. Her love for herself is really on display here. During this reaction, she also says she's a little horny and screeches, and then sees the expression on the paused video and says, "It looks like she's getting good dick." Chantal again. We get many Chantal cackles. Amber says she wants to make out. She sometimes yells at her past self, but really it's easy to see here how little she has changed physically. She said she doesn't have money for weight loss surgery anymore because she was obsessed with journals, obsessed with paper instead of her health. And then she's over that video and closes her laptop quickly. Says she is so mad at herself. She loves the girlfriend, would be like yas if she proposed, and they actually have a location picked out for a wedding. Orko TV makes appearance in the chat. Amber bites her lip and seems to be seething, but she calls him a beautiful thing and she's seen his videos. And she just loves people and she loves him, and now here come the tears. And she just wants everyone to love everyone. So is this part of the redemption part of the cycle? Because she's going to get encouragement and shelf pats after this for being so vulnerable and being so real and all that. And she just wants people to be nice. The girlfriend's hand makes an appearance and Twinkie shows up to comfort Amber. Amber says Nader is horrible, but she just sees good in people. And if everyone felt like she did, the world would be better. And she had a breakdown today, and if people could see her for who she really is, then she would not get as much hate as she does. And some super popular and beautiful person reached out to Amber and said she wanted to make a documentary and show everybody the real Amber. And this person wanted to move in for 2 weeks to do the documentary, and Amber didn't like the idea of this person moving in and seeing her in person. Amber says maybe that's why Nikocado hates her now, because she didn't collab with him when he wanted to collab and kept reaching out. And there was a person that Amber flirted with after she and Becky broke up, but before the mystery girlfriend came in. Amber calls the mystery girlfriend Alex here. And anyway, this other girl met Amber in person and said, "You are so much smaller in person." I think Amber might be confusing the word smaller with shorter. Or maybe this mystery friend was being really nice. She also giggles when looking over at the girlfriend. Amber also says she is not jealous of Destiny, and she totally gets bad person vibes from Destiny now. What a change, huh? And Amber doesn't talk to bad people. And then more crying. Amber feels so misunderstood. She also claims to be 501 here. She doesn't feel over 500. And the girlfriend gave her rice and meatballs, so now we have a crying mukbang, during which she switches between crying and not crying very quickly. She talks about Ozzy Osbourne. She says she was about 14, she was cleaning the shed, she found some paper bound together and it was printed and she saw Ozzy Osbourne. Someone gave her a huge $200 super chat. She cries some more, then pulls a full Chantal and takes her phone to the bathroom with her. While it is muted, we see she peed with the bathroom door open, and we get a big boob shot as she carries her phone back out. Back to eating on camera. Amber says she has a daddy and her name is Alex. Yeah, okay, too much info there. Apparently, someone in chat asked her to finger herself on camera, and she laughs and says that's for another day and another website. Then she says she's thinking about starting an OnlyFans where you don't see her, but you hear her. Onward with more eating and Q&A with chat. Then I guess something freezes because Amber asks the girlfriend if the girlfriend shut off the internet. And Amber signs off saying she'll upload a vlog tomorrow. Okay, Ms. Amber. Okay. Here's why I don't feel sorry for you over you saying you feel misunderstood. It's because you are in charge of your videos. You do all the editing. You choose how you show yourself to the internet. So if you feel misunderstood, it is your own doing. You made your videos. You made your image.